Hey guys, it's Tracy. I want to share with you the mini album that I completed yesterday. Um, I got this mini album from Michael's, the $2 bin, and I picked it up this weekend when they were having that additional percentage off. And I really liked the way this album came out. I was really surprised to see that Michael's had shaped albums with the canvas on the front, and they had some other shapes too, and I picked up those shapes as well, but I really like the look of that. So let me explain to you what I did here. You probably can see on the front what I did. Well, on all the pages, what I did, I used what are these? I have some stencils that I used, and it is, what's it called here? Crafter's Workshop. And this was one that I used, and this was the other that I used. Does it have a name? It's called Mini Ledger, and this other one is called Mini Fence Frame. So that's what I used, and I alternated those stencils on each page. So the front one was the Mini Ledger, which you probably can see. See my camera there. And then on the front here, this is some frames that I had, oh my gosh, for a while now. I believe I picked them up at Office Depot, and they're actually magnets, and you can put a picture in the center. So I thought that would be really appropriate. You know, somebody could put a picture in the center. I don't even know what I'm doing with this, who I'm giving it to. I just wanted to do something for Valentine's Day. So, and as you see, it's mirrored, so, which is nice, makes it really pretty. So that piece can slide out, and they can put their own picture in. And then the flowers that you see here. And let me see, I'll show you. Some of those flowers came from Michael's $2 bin as well. And they came from this pack. And I'll point those out. So this one, as well as this one. And this one came from that pack. These two right here, which are daisies, is I Am Roses. And these little teeny ones right here, I'm not sure exactly who they are. I'm not sure. I can't even remember where I got them from. So that's those. And then I did spray it with Lindy Stamp Gang Scintillating Silver. And then this little tassel piece here came from something else. I'm not sure if I'm even going to keep that on. I might make a charm or something to put on it, but maybe not. I'm not for sure. So that is the first page of my album. And here's the back page of that first page. Which for the back of all these 4 pages, they're all the same. And that is, I created a pocket. And I dry embossed the bottom part of the pocket. And then I had white dry embossed it using, let me show you the folder. What did I do with it? I believe. Oops. This is from the Paper Studio, which is from Hobby Lobby. And I believe my good YouTube buddy and friend Tina, Mama Scraps, gave me this. So thank you, Tina. So I used that at the bottom here, and then I just used white paint and using my finger and my, what is that non-stick Tim Holtz mat. Put some down, just rubbed it on there until I got it to the desired look. And then the paper that I use for this collection, the papers that I use for this album, what was adhered with this Ink Essentials glue and seal, which I really like. First time using it. And a paper collection that I used, which is from Scrapbook. I got that last year. Is this paper. Let's see if I can put it back a little bit. Yeah, it's that paper. And does it have a name? Let's see. don't think so. I don't see one. So that's where the paper came from. And then this pink paper is just paper I had in my stash. And I created all the tags, and they're all pretty much the same. And I cut them out myself and using my corner chomper for each corner. And this is the stub and deco punch. And then this embellishment here, this heart embellishment, came from a bracelet kit. I guess that's what you want to call it. And it's just some ribbon that I had in my stash, and I just put a little bead of glue on each end. And these tags, like I said, they're all of them pretty much the same. I used this stamp, which I don't even remember where I got it from, which is, I believe, last year, Hero Art stamp. Let me see, does it have a name? It's called Love Letter. That's the name. Okay. Then I also use this stamp, which I believe came from the Michael's Dollar Bin last year. And I also used this stamp. So what I did here, I stamped for this stamp. And for this tag, I used this stamp, stamped it in the middle, and then stamped over top of it in the middle here, and then just on the ends. And then you see these little lips here. You'll see those, they're on the other tags as well. That came from Michael's last year, just this recollections pack. And then the journaling spots that I have here, I had gotten this from Tuesday Morning sometime this summer, and they were $1.95. Let me see if I can get a better look at that. So that's that. And then what I did, I used the Tim Holtz Distress Stain Picket Fence around the edges of my tags, as well as around the top of the pockets here, and around the back and the front edges of each page. So then here is the second page, which I had a Quick Cuts die that I had gotten from eBay. Let me see if that's better, guys. And let me show you that. And this is called Instant Photo. Instant Photo. And how I adhered that down, I used this tape, which I had picked up from Scrapbook. I believe it's 1/4 of an inch wide, but it's too wide for this spacing here. So what I did was put it on my self-healing mat and just cut it in half, and then just use the full strip at the bottom here. And then I have a stamp from my stash, and I use Versamark and black embossing powder. And then here's another one of those charms, and then here is a flat back pearl that I got from this pack here. And I'm not for sure where that came from. I think it's scrapbook.com, but I'm not for sure. And you see that here as well, those there as well. And then what I did for the pockets, I did add acetate, and then this slides out. So what the recipient can do is add their picture to this spot here, and then slide. They could either keep this top portion on, or they could cut it off. Because my intention was to make it long, so that the recipient could add their picture, then cut it off, and then slide the picture back down. But they don't have to do that. They can just keep it as it is. And I thought, well, maybe if they wanted to leave it in there, I should make the edge decorative. But then I thought about it. I said, no, because, you know, when you're pulling stuff in and out, and depending on the design you have, it becomes weak and it's not as sturdy, and then the paper starts bending and all that. So again, they could either leave it as is or add a picture and cut it off. So then this was the other, so this is for the background of that. I use this stencil. And then, like I was saying, it alternates and it'll go back to the ledger one for the next page. So then on this page here, again, dry embossing. The top of this tag and the top of this pocket is different than the other one. The other tag is just plain. This one I use this decorative punch, which is a Fiskars. I don't know the name. I believe I picked this up at Ross sometime this year, I believe it was. And what this one does, it embosses and cuts. So that's really nice. And this is a I Am Roses flower that I just opened up. And when you open it up, there was a little like foam ball, and I pulled that out and just added this pearl to that, flat back pearl. And then I added these skeleton leaves, which is I Am Roses as well. You can see the number there. Then again, there's the tags. But I think for these skeleton leaves, I'm probably going to end up pulling them off because this album is so opened and, you know, loose, and it flops and moves around. These are getting kind of beat up here. So I believe I'm going to end up removing those. So then here is the third page, which again has that piece you can slide out, add your picture. I Love You. Again, I used Versamark in black embossing powder. And this is I Am Roses Cherry Blossom. And here's some bling again. And again, I use a stencil, which is the mini ledger in the back. In the back of that page, again, is another pocket. Again, using that Fiskars punch. And this is the I Am Roses Puff Daisy, which I use 2 here. And here's the I Am Roses skeleton leaves again. And here's the Puff Daisies, which I don't have the number for. And again, like I was saying, all the pages, after the paper was adhered down and dried, I used this Distress Stain Picket Fence and went around the top of the pockets and around the edges of the pages. Let's see, guys, if I can maybe move this out a little bit. Okay. And then here's the last and final page, which again is Versamark and embossing powder. This is a flower that I had in my stash. And here's a pearl, and then I have 2 pearls over here. I don't have any more because I ran out. I would like to have at least 2 more. But then what I did here for this flower, as well as this flower, for the edges of that flower, I used the Tim Holtz worn lipstick on the edges. And then for the tag, you saw some tags were stamped in the pink and the green. The pink was that worn lipstick, and the green, I used this Memories dye, which is called Apple. And I believe I picked that up at AC Moore in the summertime on clearance. And I think that is it, guys. I believe that's it. Yeah, I don't know if I can't remember if I think I said something about these flowers, but anyway, if I didn't, I'm just showing these again. Like I said, I don't know where I got these little flowers from, but they're really cute. They add a nice little touch, nice filler piece. But that is my mini album, guys. I think I covered everything. But if you have any questions or need any information about any product, just, send me a message, leave me a comment. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Bye.